Hi everyone, in this video I want to talk you through some really great hints and tips for helping you to prepare for a presentation. And that could be of various kinds. It could be a scripted talk like a TED talk, or it could be something that's more like a business presentation where you've got a series of slides that you're talking to, or it could even be something like a wedding speech. So it's equally applicable to all of those things. And I think if I was to summarize it, I would say basically practice doing the thing as if you would be doing the thing. Okay, so there are a few things that I would suggest would be great for you to be doing whenever you're giving the presentation, and similarly when you are practicing it. First thing is check your posture. So let's assume that you're going to be standing up while you're giving this presentation, as would be the case in most situations. So you want to, as a starting point, your stance to be more or less as I'm standing now. So with your feet hip width apart, so that's slightly wider than normal. And with soft knees. And what I want you to do is look straight ahead. Straight ahead. So what would be great is if you are practicing in a room at home, or maybe even if you're outside in a garden or in a park or something, see if you can look as far ahead as you can, because this is what you want to be doing in a presentation. You want to be looking ideally at the furthest part in the room, and then you can also have eye contact around the room. But eye contact is a whole different subject, which we'll come on to perhaps in another video. So looking straight ahead, nice posture, and now you want to project. And the most important thing about projection is that it needs to come from the belly, from the diaphragm. So I'm going to illustrate the difference now. So if you were to just come from the throat, basically you wouldn't be breathing into the belly. You would just literally be holding your belly tight and allowing the words to flow from here. So for example, it would be like, hello. Okay, so I'm trying to force my voice out there, but it's not really projecting very much. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actively take a deep breath and then exhale. And as I'm exhaling, I'm saying the word. So, hello. So it's not that much louder, but can you hear the difference? So I'll do it again, because I was looking at the camera, which probably didn't help. Hello. There we go. As I looked up a little bit more, it got a little bit more projected. Okay, so that's the next tip. So make sure that you practice projecting. The final tip is, if you're still trying to learn the talk at this point, and you've got some notes you want to refer to, maybe you can talk for a while, but then you need to look back at the notes, maybe even just for a second or two. What I would suggest you do is that you hold the notes up here rather than down here. Because if they're down here, you're having to keep nodding your head up and down. Whereas if they're up here, all you have to do, maybe you don't even need to move your head. Maybe you could just move your eyes. Or if you move your head, it's just literally a very small movement. This allows you to keep this posture, and it means that you can still refer to your notes, but it's still from the posture that you would be in when you're speaking. So I hope that's helpful. If you've got any thoughts, questions, comments, put them in the comments box. I'd love to hear what you think. Until next time, great presenting and good luck.